All right, so here's a little video for you. Guy with the bus comes in. He just got screwed by some guys over in Daytona. They got a Volkswagen shop. Sold him a bus that needed a motor. You guys saw the videos. We pulled the first motor apart, and it was a pile. What do they call that? A POS. His father-in-law helped him out with the second motor, and although it's in good shape, it's got some good bones, it needs some basic rebuild items. So I make the guy a list, and I try not to make any profit on any of my parts. I just send the customer down a list and tell him to go get what he needs. And this guy just wants a basic rebuild, you know, freshen it up so it's dependable. So he needs a few items, I thought. Need some tune-up items, you know, points, rotor, condenser, points, cap, set of wires. Because, of course, the rats have been chewing on that stuff for 25 years, and it's not that good. Set of spark plugs. So I figured in the rebuild, you know, since it's just a freshen, we'd get an oil pump. We'd get a set of lifters, because the cam and lifters are wiped out in the motor, so we have to replace those. Now, I don't use the shitty lifters. I try to get the upgrade and get a little better lifter so the lifter doesn't wipe out in 5 minutes and you have to rebuild the motor again, or leave it like that and have no power. And the silver line bearings. I think you guys seen in the videos, maybe read the articles in Hot VWs that Clyde Berg wrote. The ball bearings are aluminum now, the center bearing. And an aluminum bearing just doesn't hold up in a Volkswagen. You know, it shortens the life of the motor probably by 50,000 miles. And most of my customers don't care for that. You know, the short lifespan, can't drive your car kind of motor, you know. So I send this guy to the parts store, and he's buying this stuff, very basic stuff. And they're saying that they don't agree with the way I build motors, that I go a little overboard. Now, guys, this isn't overboard if you're getting into the Volkswagen game. This is $700 worth of stuff. I chose the Brazilian cylinders over the China ones, and they think that's ridiculous. China ones are just fine. You know, Volkswagens weren't made in China the last time I checked, you know, and pretty much everything they copy is a copy, exactly what it is. So that's why I don't like, you know, parts stores. You know, they tell this guy he can go cheaper. And let me explain to the reason they don't like that Brazilian part. It's because the profit margin on that Brazilian part is much less than the profit margin on the Chinese part. So it's not that they want to build a better quality motor, they want maximum profit margin in whatever they do. And that's why Volkswagens are on the side of the road all the time. So beware when you go to the parts store, do your research, you know, read some forums. Make sure the people that are giving you advice drive their cars. That's another good tip. You know, guys that leave their shit in parking lots and don't run it really shouldn't give advice. Or stand behind counters and really don't live the Volkswagen life. You know, they just sell the parts, hop in their BMW or their Mercedes station wagon and drive home. They're not driving a Volkswagen every day, so they don't know what works and what doesn't work. And most of my customers I meet, I try to build a relationship with them, maybe some sort of a friendship. You know, I don't just rebuild motors for anybody. It's usually somebody that I like and somebody that wants to learn about what I'm doing. If a guy just comes here and he wants a motor rebuilt and he seems like he has a lot of money, and I don't do those motors because those guys aren't interested in getting their hands dirty and figuring out what it takes and why we're putting the parts in that we're putting in. A rich, uneducated Volkswagen guy is just not usually my customer. Those are usually the guys that got the F-350 with the trailer that tow their Volkswagen everywhere. I like the guy that's living in it and driving it every day. So, just opinion, you know, but you gotta watch these guys, man. These parts stores, you know. Chinese, man. What happened to American and German, you know? Bosch used to actually make the part in Germany. Now it's just a German box. So, you know, you get it everywhere you go when you try to do something right. Just people are just geared to do something stuff wrong today, you know. It's Even when you convince the customer the right thing to do, you send them to the parts store and they're going, well, you really don't need to do that. That just burns my ass, man. It's like a flame about knee high. So anyway, we're gonna do it the right way. The customer didn't fall for it. He said, just give me my parts and let me get out of here. So we're gonna get this cleaned, opened up today, wash some of this stuff, glass beat it and paint it. They don't think that's necessary either. You just put the old shitty parts back on there, you know. It's rebuilt, you know, it don't need to look like it. So yeah, I don't know about those guys, but don't try to discourage my customers when I send them down there to buy parts from you to buy the shitty stuff, because I'll make a video every time. So next time I'll name the store if it continues. But it's just a little warning because I know they watch the videos. I don't go for the shitty stuff. So when I send somebody down there to buy parts, just sell them what I send them down there for. And keep your mouth shut, please.